Hello and welcome to the last edition of Chill with Kaiju Kim for now. I'm Kaiju Kim. Hope you're all doing well on this lovely afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed all the updates, this show is more or less coming to an end. I explained everything in the impromptu stream I did last week. You can watch that if you want to know the details. But basically, life happens, priorities change, social batteries die, and there comes a time where you have to say, this was awesome, but it's time to move on. But we're not moving on without having one more guest. Our guest tonight is a fellow kaiju tuber coming to us live all the way from the UK. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alex the Hunted.
Hello, I'm here. I'm alive. That's all good. Hello. I'm here
Yeah,
from
you're
jolly old England.
alive.
It's currently midnight. I am now a day ahead of you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've only been to the UK once for my honeymoon. I want to go back.
Oh, fantastic.
That's
Well,
awesome.
yes, we're good, and we're like most places. We got our good points and our bad points. But yeah, come to England. We need money. We need money bad.
Alrighty, good to know. Let's see who we have in the chat tonight. Let's see, J.R. Livingstone, what's going on? Kasaibo F29, what's going on? Hello. Bonus commentary, hello. Derek, good to see you. Doomzilla, one of my regulars. Always good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. B Tore in Goji. Hello. My twin, Donnie Winter. Yeah. Alrighty, Alex. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. I know I've been meaning to have you on for a while, then I kept canceling on you. I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. My brain doesn't work sometimes. But finally got you here.
Yeah,
And before we get into the main interview, I'm going to start you off with the same three questions that I ask all of my guests.
and fire away.
All right. How did you get into Godzilla? What's your favorite Godzilla film? And what's your favorite non-Godzilla kaiju film?
Okay, so how I got into Godzilla is basically through my dad in a way, because when I used to go to see my dad when I was young, we used to go over to this is really making showing my age. There was a VHS rental store in a shop. It's called, I don't know if you have them in America. They're called Morrison's, and one of the things in it was a VHS rental store, and in the corner of this VHS rental store, they had Godzilla VHSs, and it was pretty much only the Showa era stuff. It was like Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters, Godzilla vs. Ghidorah, that kind of era of Godzilla movies. And we used to rent them and watch them, and that's basically how I got it. And it sort of grew from there, where I started then doing drawings of Godzilla, and then when DVDs came around, and this had this glorious thing called the internet, and I found out, oh my god, there's all these Godzilla movies, and yeah, I kind of found out about Godzilla through also when the original Xbox came out, and I got Godzilla Save the Earth as well for Christmas. It was one of those. It was just one of those. Yeah, when I was a kid, it just started with VHS, and it just built from there. My favorite Godzilla movie is Godzilla GMK, Giant Monsters All Out Attack, because I think it strikes the right balance of being a really good piece of what's the word, using Godzilla as a symbol for something, and using as a metaphor, but also being kind of fun and entertaining to watch at the same time. It strikes that really good balance because, well, I say the original 1954 Godzilla is the best movie objectively. It's not my favorite movie, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
How about your favorite non-Godzilla kaiju movie?
Favorite non-Godzilla kaiju movie is it's either Pacific Rim, because I think it does amazing. I know it's the thing that's some kind of shocking for for kaiju for people in the kaiju fan, but it has amazing human characters in it, which is it's it's for most people apparently. If you go on the internet, we don't watch kaiju movies for the human characters. We just want to see the big robots punching each other. It's no, yeah. Pacific Rim has some amazing characters, some of the best characters in any kaiju movie, and also some really kick-ass robots fighting giant monsters.
I mean, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Pacific Rim's a good movie.
Mm.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so let's know more about you. Good old Alex. So, what made you decide to become a content creator?
It was basically became sort of like a hobby sort of a thing. It was one of those like I was spending way too much time online playing video games and stuff like that and just wasting my time. And I just I just saw like there was other YouTube content creators. I know probably a lot of people saw it, but it was Cinemassacre when they did their Godzilla Fun. And I thought, that looks fun. I want to do that. And as I found out, as I learned from watching some of my older videos, like I was when I was a young, stupid teenager trying to do YouTube like scripted stuff, I basically stole a lot of jokes from the well more popular content creators. But I like to think since then I've been doing this for nearly 10 years now. Well, actually, no, over 10 years now that I've gotten slightly better at it. I only don't steal as many jokes anymore.
Oh,
that is a joke. That is a joke for anyone who thinks, Alexthehunted steals jokes. That is a joke.
Yeah, you gotta clarify whether or not it's a joke because people on the internet take things way too seriously.
Yeah. Well, they take what you say seriously as a joke and what you joke as serious. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm sure you've experienced people like that in the comments. Like you make a joke and then people are like, why'd you say that?
Yeah. Like how well, I still get this one for years and years and years. This is one of my earlier videos where I said as a joke that Americans don't seem to understand that what football is football, because I was referring to the scene from Godzilla Final Wars where Godzilla kicks around Anguirus, and I said football, not soccer. And I said, I went on a huge thing how about Americans don't understand what football is, and I still get comments about it, and that video is 8 years old.
Oh my gosh, people. It's a joke, guys. Like bonus commentary said, a joke? Grab the pitchforks.
Yes.
Oh, good lord. Good lord. What can you do? Everyone's taking everything way too seriously. And like our friend Doomzilla says here, that's quite the understatement.
Yes. It is. Yes, definitely. Well.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I basically just kept I also started YouTube because I was back in the day. I was one of those stupid teenagers who thought if I do YouTube, if I do like scripted review content, then maybe I can be on Channel Awesome and Nostalgia Critic. And then we found out everything that we found out, and like, no, my God, no. But I'm still going to do YouTube because I just enjoy it.
Yeah, that no Channel Awesome thing was not awesome.
No, not at all.
Oh my God.
Also, by the way, I hope you're enjoying my lovely kitchen.
I love it. I
can't record. I can't do this live stream because it is currently 8 minutes past midnight now, and I don't want to get a noise complaint from my people below me and stuff.
Yeah, that would not be a good time for anybody. But yeah, I mean, if we squint, that dish soap can look like a kaiju, maybe.
Yes, the dreaded comfort. Probably should turn that away actually because it is a brand. I know where YouTube things are.
Nope, it's okay. That's okay. All right. So obviously you've been doing YouTube for quite some time. I'm curious to know, what do you do when you're not doing YouTube? What's your day job? What are your hobbies?
Well, my day job is a fun, exciting job Alex does is he's a general manager of a store.
Okay.
I know that's amazing and fun, isn't it?
I know it's a dream job for everybody.
Yeah. But as my hobby, I don't know if you've seen on my channel, but I also like to do robot combat, which is stuff like BattleBots in America or Robot Wars in the UK. which is it's basically just building robots and having them fight each other. And yeah, actually, if you just talk to the chat, I'll go get a piece of my robot. That will be a nice, good thing for YouTube for you guys to see. Move us away without knocking everything over. But yeah, I'll quickly go get a piece of it, and you can see what stuff I do.
All right. Alexthehunted will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. While we wait for our guest to come back, let's go back here and say hello to Michael Hamilton. Hello. I would be remiss if I didn't say the impact you have made on the community. Aw. Yeah, you stop that. You guys are awesome.
I have returned.
There he is.
Climbing up, stepping over my mic. But yes, so I was literally yesterday at a robot combat event where I was fighting with one of my robots, and here is the axe for it.
Ooh.
This is attached to my robot. It swings over and destroys and kills things. I didn't kill anything. I should say that. But yeah, this is the weapon for my robot. It's currently off the robot because I want to be a little bit safe doing this. But yeah, this is my hobby, robot combat.
Oh, cool. How did you make that?
Yeah. Pardon?
How did you make that?
This was machined out of a piece of hard ox, which is the same material that they make diggers out of.
Oh, okay. Any like 3D printing involved in the
there
robot?
There are 3D printed parts, yes, but you can't really use them. You can't really. That's more for like internal stuff.
Okay.
You can't for when they're fighting each other. You need more of the hard stuff on the outside.
Oh, that's cool. What got you into that?
Again, it was just through when I was a kid. There was a TV show in the UK called Robot Wars, where it was two robots fighting each other, and it was awesome and amazing. Like how you have BattleBots currently in America.
Awesome. All right, so did you want what challenges do you face as a content creator? Like, I'm sure we talked about comments that you get, but what other challenges do you face?
Toho, mostly Toho, copyright claiming every video I make. Just having a second of Godzilla footage. That's ours. You dare? How dare you? That belongs to us. No,
God forbid we give free advertising to these companies, right?
Yeah. They're talking about our product in a positive light and telling people to check it out. We must stop them immediately.
Like, make it make sense. Why is that a thing? I don't understand. So you've had to deal with, like takedowns, and you have to re-upload.
Yeah, I've had to re-upload a few. Mostly it's my scripted reviews, which is a real pain because they usually get it's not like if they just get ads, if they just get the ads taken off, I'm just like, fine, that's fine. I'll just have to do it. But it's when the worst one is when they also strike it and then block it from everyone, and then the glorious YouTube algorithm still means that still acts like the video was public, so no one's watching your video, so it's getting no views, and then the algorithm is like, oh well, no one's watching this video, so we're going to stop showing it in searches and stuff like that for people, so people don't want to watch it. Which usually, so if it's blocked like that, I usually re-edit it and not re-upload it. But then again, they will just not get as many views as the first time I uploaded it. It's just a real pain. So I'm gonna have to think of a way to do better. To thinking of doing something better than that. But anyway, yeah, that's mostly is the whole problem with YouTube being YouTube and Toho being Toho is the biggest problems I have. Yeah, and every now and then I do get a bit of a what's the word, writer's block, or what do you call it, where you just feel a bit like doing YouTube. You're like, why do I continue doing this sort of thing? But you just need to take a break when you do it. A bit of burnout. That's the word, burnout.
Burnout. That's my biggest challenge for sure. But yeah, there's also, like you said, if you're not battling the copyright gods, you're battling the algorithm gods. So it's you can't win. Sometimes you just can't win.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good Lord. But what keeps you going? How do you stay motivated to continue with creating content? Because you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, motivated mostly is just sort of a case of just general enjoyment, sort of just with the community and stuff like that. Of just chatting with the community about Godzilla stuff, and just enjoying it in general. Which is also when I started doing it was just when I started was around I think it was 2011 actually when I started, and this was also just when stuff with the whole American Godzilla movies was starting to kick off with the MonsterVerse. So mostly what's also kept me going is that we've had a fresh stream of Godzilla and kaiju content that only seems to be getting more and more, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like for years and years and years when I was, it was seen, Godzilla especially was sort of seen as a bit of a joke in a way, because it was always just cheaply made guys in rubber suits, having battles in cardboard cities. And, being a Godzilla fan, you kind of got, it was like, ha, you're a Godzilla fan, you had to be cool or quiet about it. But then with the advent of YouTube and also with the MonsterVerse stuff happening, you don't have to be anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, are there any fellow content creators that you'd like to work with in the future that you have not yet already worked with?
Honestly, I can't think of many off the top. Well, the ones I do want to do are more the bigger ones that do, are way bigger than me. Are like, oh, that's no hope in hell of that happening. But apart from that, like, this isn't disrespect to any other other Godzilla content creator or anything like that. Like, if they ever asked me, "Do you want to do a crossover?" I would be like, "Yeah, sure." But I'm never one to go around just asking, "Hey, do you want to do a video of me? Hey, do you want to do a video of me?" Like,
that's fair.
Not to sound a bit egotistical, but just if you ever wanted to do something with me, if you ever wanted to do a video of me, just come and ask me. I will usually say yes.
All right, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of the same way. There are content creators that I would like to work with at some point, but and I'm friends with a few fellow content creators, but we kind of have different styles. You know what I mean? So
yeah, there.
Yeah, that's also part of it. Speaking of styles, you mentioned the nostalgia critic earlier and Cinemassacre.
Yeah.
Would you say that's how you developed your style? Like you drew inspiration from them or other content
Pretty
creators?
much. Well, with my scripted content, yes. I would like to think my humor is more of a a British dry sense of humor instead of a. It's hard to describe it, senses of humor sometimes, but I like to try my jokes as more of a dry sort of sarcasm in a way. That's how I like to do my kind of humor and my kind of jokes. It's a like flash bang, like loud sort of thing. I just like to like the old snidey sly comment every now and then, and that's in my scripted content. And usually I'm just trying. It's just me doing a joke. I'm not actually, even when it's the bad Godzilla movies, or it's the good Godzilla movies. I make jokes about them, but it doesn't at all mean I don't like them. I absolutely love them. I wouldn't be doing. Yeah, I just also know that there are cheesy things about it, and there are some stuff that you can make fun of.
Exactly.
And you got to be able to laugh at that sort of stuff and joke about it.
Exactly.
You can't take
Yeah,
everything seriously if you're going to be, if you want to be a serious, what's the way? If you want to be seriously in the fandom and stuff like that, you can't take everything that we do about it seriously. There are jokes. I know some people like Godzilla Final Wars. There are people who hate Godzilla Final Wars because it's not serious and it's too jokey and all that sort of stuff. It's like, no, but that's what makes the movie so great. Is it's a 50th anniversary movie where they're just having the most fun they can have.
Exactly. And like our friend Doomzilla says, never run away from cheese. Embrace it. Yes. Exactly. And I absolutely agree with you. Like, if you love something, sometimes you got to make fun of it. Like, I was at a Godzilla versus Megalon screening a couple of days ago, and It was awesome. Everyone
Yeah,
cheered at the drop kick. It was
yeah.
wonderful, and people were laughing throughout, even at parts where nothing particularly funny was happening on the screen, but everyone was still laughing, and I was laughing too. I mean, that is a
Yeah.
film that lends itself to being laughed at, so
I mean, it appeared on MST3K. That's how it was
yeah.
one of those movies that they Mystery Science Theater 3000. One of the two Godzilla movies they riffed. And yeah, like I consider Godzilla versus Megalon, in my personal opinion, the technical lowest point in the Godzilla franchise, because that was when Toho were at their most desperate. If you know,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, objectively speaking, it is
because I
not
know
a good movie.
Godzilla's Revenge it's a worse movie, but there is some effort in there. But Godzilla versus Megalon is like, we have very little money, very little time, just make something.
Yeah, just slap something together and throw Godzilla on it,
Yeah,
basically. But despite all that, I still love it.
yeah,
I love it. That's why we're here.
exactly.
Gotta love it. So obviously, you get a lot of availability for Godzilla and stuff. What about other kaiju films? How's the words are hard, availability for other kaiju films like War of the Gargantuas, Rodan, Mothra?
Uh, in the UK, it's quite hard to get that. Like, mostly the only way I can get those is through buying those DVDs on like Amazon and something like that. But they are rarely in print, so they sell for a stupid amount of money.
Oh, no.
But I do technically own every single Godzilla movie. Actually, not technically. I do own every single Godzilla movie. The only ones, apart from like the anime trilogy, which has never got a physical release, which I could just rip a DVD of. But yeah, Gamera was very hard to get a cut. Was very hard to get the DVDs for. I managed to get a DVD box set of every single Gamera movie, but they are Japanese only with English subtitles. There's no English dub, and I know most people say sub better than dub, but I'm dyslexic, so reading subtitles is a bit of a pain for me.
Ah,
So I know subs and dub, the whole argument with subs and dubs, but I prefer dubs because I don't have to read.
fair enough. I mean, yeah, I think it's safe to say most of us grew up with the dub, so yeah, I
Yeah,
get where you're coming from. Oh, we got
yeah,
my friend Danny Demana in the chat. Hello, my friend. Variety of opinion is the spice of any fandom or community. It shouldn't exist to divide us, but to be the source of conversation and good-natured debate. At least that's the way it should work. Amen.
yes,
Preach it, brother.
it should work, but that's the problem with debate, especially with text debate, because you can say something, but like we're chatting right now, we can have a debate that's simple. But when you're doing text chat, you can't bring across the tone that you're saying something.
Yeah.
Like there's that you could say the same way in a joking manner, or it's the same words in a joking manner or a serious manner. It does, it's hard to really. That's the problem with, especially with text, when you're doing text conversations with someone. It's everything just comes off as an argument.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. All right, we got a question from Anime Abraham. What is your favorite anime kaiju? Mine is the Ozaru from Dragon Ball Z because I like the inner beast of the Saiyans. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not a Dragon Ball fan. I'm sorry. So you have an answer for that?
The thing is, I don't watch too many animes. That's the weird.
Same here. So, did you see Godzilla Singular Point?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay.
Well, okay, because Anguirus is my favorite. Is my favorite non-Godzilla. Is my favorite kaiju that isn't Godzilla. I'll go for the Singular Point Anguirus.
There you go. They did him dirty in that one.
Hair dirty. The design is great.
Yeah,
I
he
really
looks
like the design.
he looks fantastic, but then what happens to him is not fantastic. It's the opposite of fantastic.
The way that how I got it from the anime is, you see one of them, and then the next time you see it, they say, "Oh, it's gotten much bigger." That leads me to believe that the one that they first saw was a juvenile version, and then other one that I saw was the adult version. That's just my theory anyway.
That is
Like
good.
because they do say like, oh, it's gotten much bigger since I saw it, which just makes me to think because also Anguirus was one of the kaiju's, actually I think the only kaiju that we didn't see come from the mist, the red mist, and it was eating the dead Rodan bodies. So it leads me to believe that actually Anguirus wasn't a red mist kaiju, was actually just a natural kaiju, if that's such a thing. That just and we saw a juvenile one, and the one that attacked the hunters and attacked Jet Jagger was actually like a parent of that juvenile one.
I didn't think about that.
That's my theory anyway. There's not much. That's just my theory. Yeah.
Should make a video about that if you haven't already.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
All right. Question from Michael Hamilton. I know you just mentioned you prefer dubs over subs. So, what film has the most iconic dubbing of the Godzilla series? Good question.
Here's the thing: I would mostly say it's probably most of the Showa era movies because I got most of the DVDs on those, and they all usually have the same dub actors in it.
Oh my God,
Usually they're just in different roles.
they're so bad.
Yeah, and I do get a sense. I just do get more enjoyment from the dubs. Yeah. And so actually, this might be a bold, it might be an out there one, but Godzilla versus the Sea Monster or Ebra Horror from the Deep has a really good. The dub is actually not that bad. Is the best way I would put it, because it's also like it's the same voice actors doing it, but they seem to be having fun with it at least.
Yeah, I guess so. I grew up with a different dub. I can't remember which is which. Like there's like an AIP dub, and then there's a MSG3.
It was the dub that came. You know all the DVDs where it started with a trailer for like the Millennium Godzilla movies.
Yeah. That's like. Yeah, I grew up with the one on the VHS dub. I don't know which one that is. I think that might be AIP. I don't know. Someone correct me in the chat. Okay. The Titra AIP dub or the international dub?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. The first one also has it's a great one. Also, Destroy All Monsters has an amazing one, especially with the old man who is clearly a young guy doing an old man voice, so he sounds like he's desperate.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I was watching it with my husband, and we both got a kick out of that.
Yeah.
It is the AIP dub. Thank you, Michael. All right, yeah, dubs are awesome. Okay, the Sony DVDs have the international dub. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I was. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. So thank you, Danny and Michael. Okay, great. And that the version that MSG3K reft. Okay, yes, I like the AIP dub better than the international dub. International dub is terrible.
I would also say the dub for Shin Godzilla is actually not that bad. I know some people.
Yeah,
really
I like the dub for Shin Godzilla. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Because I actually tried with that one. It wasn't just let's get a group of people and vaguely read off the script.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking. Because I also have, which it was nice when the Criterion Collection released the original version of Godzilla, the original Godzilla. They didn't dub it. At least the Criterion one that I have, they didn't dub it. They left it with subtitles. But I do have the Raymond Burr cut as well. Yeah.
That's very important. All right, so we talked about your favorite Godzilla movie at the beginning. What is your least favorite Godzilla movie and why?
That depends on what day you ask me.
All right, so today.
Sometimes it's Godzilla's Revenge. Sometimes, I don't know, some people love this one, is Godzilla vs. Hedorah. I just don't get it. But actually, no, I think until recently it's been Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle because it just commits the cardinal sin of Godzilla movie and it is just boring. It is just spends so long. like it just spends so much of the movie talk of just being people in rooms talking.
Mm.
It just drives me nuts. And hardly any of the characters are likable. The main protagonist is such a douche. And it's also he's the main character, and it's the Godzilla movie character that I can be done really well, but it's a bit of a trope now of the main character that Godzilla did something to them in their past, and now they want to kill Godzilla, sort of thing,
Oh,
which
yeah.
drives me. It's a bit of a trope, Godzilla trope now.
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. I'm not a huge fan of the anime trilogy. It's not my favorite. Like for Godzilla Day last year, I did a video where I said one or two nice things about every single Godzilla movie ever made, and I struggled through those three.
Yeah, like like I know people also some people don't like Planet of the Monsters. I I kind of accept it. I kind of accept it because it felt like it was good. It was setting up good groundwork. And yes, you did feel a bit lied to when it said Planet of Monsters, and all you got was Godzilla, a smaller Godzilla, and those bat things. And especially when the opening title teased all these kaiju's, but then when we get there, they're all dead. Um,
Yeah.
um, and I do agree that the novels, the prequel novels, are way better than the anime. But City on the Edge of Battle also has, I think it also has the problem that it also lied to us way more than Planet of the Monsters did, because you look at the poster and it looks like it's Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, and that doesn't happen. The poster lies to you in a way.
Mecha Godzilla City.
Yeah, no, we
Mm.
get Godzilla versus the Mushroom Metal.
Oh my goodness. Uh Ooh, we got to go Jillian 91. The Polygon trilogy is boring and the characters are despicably unlikable.
Hmm.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think we both agree on that
I mean
one.
the best character in it, and that's how best is who the guy who turns out to be the main antagonist in the third movie. He's the best
Yeah,
character.
he is the
Only
best character. It's always the aliens that are the best characters.
yeah, yeah, like go back to Final Wars, the Exilian leader in Final Wars. He's the
I love
best
him.
character because,
I love
well,
him so much.
because he is having an, mostly because the actor playing him is absolutely having a ball. He is having so much fun just being this really campy villain.
I love it. You know, I've been meaning to rewatch Godzilla Final Wars. I gotta watch that again. That's a great movie. I don't care what
It is a
anyone
great,
says.
yeah, it is great fun. It does have a bit of a about 10-20 minutes of just dead period, but after that's over, it's just full like, oh, just yeah, it's a great Godzilla movie to watch with mates, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to content creation,
Mm-hmm.
how has being a content creator affected you as a person? Like, did you learn anything about yourself? Did you change in any way?
I think what it definitely helped me with was my confidence in a way, because I can even tell from my first videos, even though I don't like watching my content with other people in the room. It's a weird thing, I know, but I definitely think it helped my confidence when it came to talking to people in public and stuff like that. Because I was really nervous when it came to just talking to people generally, and but then when I was talking on camera, I got more and more confident doing it till eventually I got uh, I think it sort of just spilled over that I got more confident when it came to just talking to people naturally. Like, yeah, I do sometimes still, especially when it's like if I go into if I like starting a new job or something like that, and it's all new people. I am nervous for the first few weeks, and I barely talk to anyone. But that's just kind of how I am. But I'm way better than I used to be. I just didn't used to speak to anyone really. I used to just be a bit of a shut in really. Like I would just be happy to be in my room all day, which I'm just not like that anymore. I don't think.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like same's happened to me with this show. I'm
Hmm.
a little less of an introvert now. I'm still an introvert, but by
Yeah.
a lot. But I'm less of an introvert now. I actually like reach out to people and talk, and
Yeah.
I'm a little more
It's nice to be
outgoing.
able to communicate with people.
It is. Yeah, even the most introverted of introverts needs human
Yeah.
interaction sometimes, so
Yeah.
it's a good time. So, any content plans for the future?
Well, yes, I do have a few videos in the works. Most starting off with, I've been doing a Godzilla marathon where I just do a sort of riff watch of every Godzilla movie. I'm currently on Godzilla. Which one am I on? Godzilla Mothra? No, I'm either on Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2 or Godzilla Mothra Battle for the Earth. Which I'm getting back onto those. I've also got a review of Godzilla King of the Monsters, the MonsterVerse version, which I'm in the middle of writing. And I'm also be starting a new series, which is sort of it is sort of, well, stealing an idea from other content creators, not Godzilla content creators, but there's some channels who like to talk about like their favorite, like if it's like Star Trek or something like that, they'll talk about a starship class or something like that, or like they'll, if it's another one where they'll just do like a character talk through like the behind the scenes, how they were created, then their evolution throughout the show, whatever they are. And I'm going to be doing that for some of the kaijus, and not just like the big kaijus immediately. I won't be doing Godzilla, King Ghidorah, or anything like that for a while. It's going to be more like the fan favorites, but are in less stuff, but are more like, people like to talk about them, sort of thing. Like, I've actually got a name for this series. I might as well put it through to you guys and let you guys know what it is. It is going to be called Kings of Kaiju.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah,
Very
or actually,
awesome.
all the Kaiju Kings or Queens, depending on which one I talk of it. Yeah, as you see, early stages, I haven't even got the name right.
But the working title is Kaiju
Yeah,
Kings
yeah, or Kings of Kaijus.
or
Yeah.
Kings of Kaiju. Okay,
Mm.
awesome. That sounds like a fun time.
Mm.
Um, I'm curious. What software do you use for editing?
I don't use. I'm not like one of those Adobe guys who can just go like have 30 screens and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
just use Sony Movie Studio Platinum
eh,
15.0.
whatever
That's
works.
exact. Yeah,
Whatever works. Yeah,
I don't
I'm
need it
I'm a
for anything. Yeah,
I'm a video editor by day, so I use Premiere. But yeah, I don't
yeah,
use multiple screens or anything. But
yeah.
yeah, I was just curious.
Oh no, yeah. It's mostly like if it's just mostly just basic editing that I can do, and I know you're a video editor, and like so, might honestly ask you if for this Kings of Kaiju, if you would edit that, because also my job is becoming more full time, so I'm getting less time now to do editing and stuff
Uh,
like that. So yeah, I'm happy to do all the writing and the filming and all that sort of stuff, but the editing, I don't like editing. Honestly, I don't like video editing.
it's very time consuming.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
especially my scripted stuff where it's usually like 2 hours of me just stammering and stuttering and stuff like that, which I got to hit down, which is just never fun.
Yeah, that's a thing. But we'll talk. We'll talk after
Mm.
this. All right. Another question from Anime Abraham. Content creator question. I'm currently on hiatus from a content creator right now from YouTube. However, when I come back, it'll be the last season of Anime Abraham. So tell me, go with a whimper or a bang? Hmm.
I would say go with a bang. Definitely go with a bang. Make your video, the last video you ever do, a video that is going to be just so like, I've done this and I'm just going to walk away now. Just going to go back away. Uh, I know one of my past friends said of a way I could end my channel, but I won't say it on the stream because I actually don't. I just remembered you don't. Yeah, it's not very content friendly. His idea was, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Very not. That's one of those if you wanted to nuke your channel sort of last videos, which no, I'm not going to
Oh,
do.
no.
No, but I would definitely say because the last video you want to do is one of those fade from black where you go, "Hi guys, One of those. No one, anyone whose last video, or usually the last few videos that they do, one of the last few videos that they do starts off with that. It's never a good sign.
Yeah, no,
That usually
yeah, I
means that they've
agree.
done something that they shouldn't have.
Yeah, just go out with a bang. Just do something that you usually do, and then just,
Yeah.
hmm.
Just do
And
the
then,
most outland. Just do the thing that you know. You go out doing the thing that you're known for doing, but in the biggest way possible.
yeah, exactly. All right. We have another question from Nat here. Question: do you have a favorite kaiju or titan from the MonsterVerse?
Hmm. It is easy to just say Godzilla because they. If
That's the
there's one
obvious
thing that the
answer.
MonsterVerse has done right is they have. I think they've nailed Godzilla's character in a way for the Godzilla that they were going for anyway. And I definitely really did like their version of King Ghidorah.
Mm.
Uh, I was amazed when they did King Ghidorah in Monsters for the MonsterVerse that they kept King Ghidorah being an alien. I honestly was amazed that they kept King Ghidorah being an alien. I didn't think they were going to do that. I thought they were going to be no. It's an Earth kaiju. No, uh, yeah, I'm probably going to just say Godzilla and King Ghidorah. I know it's the easy option, but I
Fair
haven't
enough.
really seen much of the other ones really.
Honestly, that would probably be my answer too.
Yeah.
uh, King of the Monsters 2019 is my favorite MonsterVerse film. Again,
Mhm.
don't care what anybody says. I know it has its flaws, but I love it anyway.
Yeah, and I do. I also did. That's one I did like Godzilla versus Kong, and I also did like how they, which is one thing I hope they do more with the MonsterVerse, but I don't think they will. Is more of an antagonist Godzilla, because I do like antagonist Godzilla. I know, and they the brief of what we saw, even though it was a he's I do that's how I do see Godzilla is he's not the good guy or the bad guy. He is just a force, and you're either with him or against him.
Yeah, it's more like an anti-hero type character, I feel
Mm,
like. But I,
yeah.
I honestly prefer Hero Godzilla. Give me my
Oh,
superhero
I
Godzilla.
don't get me wrong. I love Hero Godzilla, but I did like seeing the MonsterVerse Godzilla being depicted
Mm.
more antagonistically, and blowing up some stuff.
Yeah, that's always fun to see.
Yeah, but I do agree that he uses atomic breath way too much in that movie. It was like getting Heisei Godzilla, where it was just, oh, I could attack them, but there's atomic breath, and I'll use that.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for.
Yeah,
Yes, very good.
yeah, because that's a tangent I can go on about atomic breath. Is the atomic that's the problem with Godzilla in Godzilla versus Kong was the atomic breath works best when it is used sparingly. Now, as much as I love the Heisei era, and the Heisei era is my favorite era of Godzilla, but I will admit that most of the fights aren't that good because it's mostly just beam battles. And I think when the atomic breath is awesome and cool, but I think that the couple of times it was used in Godzilla, the 2014 Godzilla, was way better than all the times it was used in Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Is you don't want too much of a good thing, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not a huge fan of the 2014 film, but the build up to that atomic breath was genius.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I think I should do a video called Top 5 or something build ups to
Okay.
atomic breath or
Yeah.
something. I don't know, just a random thought.
All we're missing, hopefully they do it in whatever this new Godzilla and Kong movie is.
Oh
Hopefully we
yeah.
get the red spiral breath from Godzilla. That's
Oh
the one
yeah,
thing.
that'd
That's
be
the one
cool.
thing they're missing. We got burning Godzilla. We just need the red spiral.
Yep, that's all we need. Alrighty. All right, so one last question. Do you have any advice for up and coming content creators?
I definitely think my main question would be try your own thing. Don't try and copy it and be someone else. Because if you try and be someone else, be you won't make your own identity in a way. You'll just be trying to be someone else in a way. And don't also don't worry about if someone's reviewed a video or done a topic of something that you wanted to cover, don't be afraid to say, oh, well, don't be afraid to just also do that video as well. Like I said, if you wanted to do your, if I did my like top 10 atomic breath video, I'm not saying, well, this is my topic, no one else can do a video on it now. It's nothing like that. Just if you're going to do your, don't try and, you can do repeated topics that loads of people have also talked about, but do it in your style, in your way. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to copy someone else's style.
That's excellent advice. And my advice would be, don't burn yourself out. If you feel like you need to step away.
Also, don't go in expecting that you're going to hit 1,000 subscribers immediately or 100,000. You're going to be a big YouTuber. Those who get to that stage are very, very lucky, and it is very, very hard for you to get to that. Just do it if you want. If you are enjoying it, keep doing it. Don't do too much of it because you will, as you said, get burnt out. If you're getting to a stage where you feel like you're not getting much progress and you're not enjoying it, then think about just going, well, I'm not enjoying it, then why am I keep doing it? Don't force yourself to be doing videos.
Yep, don't force yourself, which is why this show is more or less coming to an end. It's gotten to a point where it's starting to, I mean, I love it. I love the show, but I'm not able to give that my 100% anymore because of reasons, but that's good advice. Just don't burn yourself out. Don't do too much too quickly, and don't expect fast results unless you're like, I don't know.
You'll be very lucky if you do.
Yeah,
especially if you're doing Godzilla or Kaiju content, because we are a niche market. We are a niche market.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. Yes. All right. One more question from Anime Abraham. Do you want Bagan to appear in the Godzilla films?
Well, he's got to get something.
Yeah. I mean, we've been waiting for it for years. Come on.
The most we've had is he appeared in Godziban.
That doesn't
briefly.
count.
And honestly, yeah, I know it doesn't count, but it's the most we've gotten from him.
That's true. I guess we could take what we can get at this point.
Yeah, like Bagan would be fun. Bagan would be, it's an interesting idea, but I do think the problem that Bagan has is, especially with because it is a bit of Toho. It is Toho's problem. It's not just the MonsterVerse's problem. Is they are kind of stuck. They do get stuck in a bit of a rut where it gets to the point where it's like, okay, we're going to do a new Godzilla movie. Okay, right. The next Godzilla movie, it's going to be Mothra, King Ghidorah, or Mechagodzilla. It does get into. It does be a bit of a rut where they just end up repeating. But it would be nice to see Bagan. I think it's going to be I still think it's going to be a very long time before we see Bagan in anything. I don't think if Bagan does appear, it's probably not. I don't think Bagan's going to be the only kaiju that appears. It might be like because actually, wait, I forget there is a Godzilla movie coming out this year. So
there is.
Who knows? Yeah,
maybe.
Godzilla vs. Bagan. It finally happened.
Yay!
It's 75 years. No, 70 years. Sorry. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Best performing Godzilla movie ever. 1 billion tickets sold worldwide. Yeah.
Cinema is saved. Oh my god. Yeah. All right. That was awesome. And Michael Hamilton was requesting one more yes, quite from me. That's an inside joke on the channel. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Okay. Yes, quite.
Yes, quite. All right, Alex, before we head out of here, why don't you tell everyone where they can find you and your work? Got your social medias, all that fun stuff.
You can find me at Alexthehunted on YouTube, on Twitter, and I do have a Facebook page I've been neglecting. And I do also have a Patreon at Alexthehunted, which also needs to actually do some stuff for that. Whoops. But yes, I basically just mostly Alexthehunted, which you guys will find. It's because that's the sort of reason why I got Alexthehunted and not Alex the Hunter, was because it was the whole story behind that is it's not an exciting one. It was basically I was making an Xbox Live account and Hunter was taken, so I took Hunted, and it's just stuck. So yeah, just Alexthehunted. Most of my stuff will be under Alexthehunted, and be sure to do all the following and subscribing and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Alex, for coming on to the show. It's such a late hour over there. I'll let you go in just a moment. But to you guys watching at home, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me and my fantastic guests. And thank you for watching Chill with Kaiju Kim for these past 62 plus episodes. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll still be making edited content here and there. And, who knows? Maybe one day the show will return in full capacity. But for now, it's time to say, see you next time.
Take
Bye.
care, everyone. Thank you, Kaiju Kim, for having me.
You're welcome. Bye bye.